Welcome to Vienna View, your monthly hometown video magazine. Vienna's program about the happenings and people of this great town. August is on the move, and this episode takes us behind the scenes at the extremely popular Kids Adventure Race and the Mayor's weekly Friday morning walks. We also take a preliminary peek at recommendations coming from the town's multimodal transportation study, which will be presented at a September 4 community meeting. The dog days of summer are upon us, and it's the perfect time to take a run with the pack. But for now, grab a cool drink and enjoy this episode of Vienna View. There was no speed limit at Southside Park Saturday, August 10 during the 6th annual Kids Adventure Race. This event for kids 5 and older fills up faster than the kids can run as it sells out every year. The most adventurous and lucky 75 runners get a chance to test their skills on a variety of clever obstacles. The Vienna Parks and Recreation Department works hard to prepare for the big day under the leadership of Program Coordinator Brandy Wyatt.
So we have a crew of 5 Parks Department employees who do all of the work. I am the logistical person behind it. I order the supplies and come down and help manually where I can, but it is truly run by our Parks Department.
It takes a large team to set up and run the event.
So tomorrow morning we meet with our volunteers, our part-time staff, and our full-time staff. We need a crew of at least 17 people to run this event for safety reasons. There has to be at least 2 people at each obstacle, as well as runners before and after, to make sure all the kids make it back safely.
Planning jumps into high gear the week before the event, and the day before requires heavy lifting and serious digging. The mile-long course has unique obstacles designed to test runners' physical ability. It's a safe bet that all clothes worn will be headed for the wash as this adventure sends its adventurers through the ringer. The crew is out early Saturday morning putting final touches on the course.
So when we come, we set up the tents, we set up a little bit of what's left for each obstacle, like putting out the tires. We put up the slip and slide and get that wet. We put down a little bit of suds so they move faster on the slip and slide. Filling the pool with water and just making sure that everything is safe, walking the course, looking for any sticks, anything that might hurt someone or make a tripping hazard.
Runners are divided into age groups to tackle the course, and at the end, adventurous parents got to run it themselves.
The kids start showing up at 9:45 and the first heat begins at 10. We do a stretching portion at the beginning where we warm them up, and our camp supervisor Carly Elligan runs the stretching, getting them all warmed up and ready. And then we do heats for 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, 7, 8, and 9, 10, 11, 12, and then we do a parent-kid run at the end.
In less than an hour, it's all over, and the park is filled with exhausted, mud-soaked, smiling kids and proud parents.
We fill up every year with 75 children. They come no matter what. They love it.
For citizens looking for something with a more moderate pace, the Mayor's weekly Friday morning walks tiptoe into the schedule again on Friday, September 6. Mayor DiRocco explains why she started this program.
So I started walking with the mayor about 5 years ago, and I did it for 2 main reasons. One is because I wanted to be accessible, and I wanted the ability for residents and citizens to be able to meet with me on a weekly basis. And the second reason is because I just love walking and being active. So it's an opportunity for citizens to walk and talk and spend time with the mayor.
To make it even more interesting, the mayor picks a theme for the weekly walks.
So I usually pick a theme in the spring. We did the benches this past year, so we visited all the different benches here in town that the Vienna Art Society put out and painted.
It's a great chance to exercise your body while exercising your democratic rights as well.
So I enjoy it because it's an opportunity for residents to see different parts of the town. I think it's very different when you walk in a certain space than just talk about it or see it from a distance, to actually walk it and see the areas. So I think the citizens have an opportunity to meet with me on a more casual basis and ask any questions they want about the town. So if there's something on their mind, something they have a question about, or something they have a concern about, it's an opportunity for them to talk with me.
Plan on joining Mayor DiRocco for an informative stroll through beautiful Vienna every Friday morning at 9:30, starting up again in September. Meet in front of Town Hall. An interesting topic that might make for an interesting conversation on future walks is the Maple Avenue Corridor Multimodal Transportation and Land Use Study. This study has been commissioned to look at the transportation challenges and opportunities around the busy Maple Avenue corridor. Recommendations from the study will be presented at a public meeting at 7 p.m. Wednesday, September 4 at Town Hall. The planning and design engineering firm Kimley-Horn will present options for improving transportation experiences for all Maple Avenue users. We recently sat down with Kimley-Horn's David Samba to discuss the study and upcoming recommendations presentation.
So when we initiated this multimodal transportation study, it was really to take a step back and look at the transportation conditions along the Maple Avenue and Church Street corridors, identify some of those existing challenges, but also recognize that there are great opportunities here as well. And really to address the fact that transportation is happening in many different forms today. It's in your car, it's on your bike, it's walking. When you look at Maple Avenue, the first thing people will tell you is there's too much traffic. So some of our recommendations are geared towards how do you alleviate that traffic. So we look at specific intersections, might look at Maple and Nutley, might look at Maple and Center Street and say, is there a way to improve the capacity to reduce the delay at the specific intersection? We realistically say, we're gonna look for ways that we can improve traffic a little bit, but we also wanna make it viable and more approachable that you can use these other modes so that your transit trip is as efficient or more efficient than an auto trip, that your local trip to the store can be accomplished walking safely and with a clear path or biking. So we recognize that Maple Avenue has to function in a way that still supports that heavy auto use, but also allows and enhances that pedestrian travel, that bicycle travel, that transit use. We're not going to shy away from those big, bold ideas. We know some of these are going to push against that thought of what is a midterm study, but we wanted to come to the community and say, if traffic is a condition, if traffic is an issue for you, here's an idea that's going to push against maybe what you think is possible, but really might address the issue in a way that's most impactful. But at the same time, we also wanted to step back, and there is some of those solutions that are right in front of us that won't take that much time and will have meaningful impact in the daily lives of the community pretty quickly. We get to do these types of studies in communities all across the region, all across the United States, and the thing that I've enjoyed, my team has enjoyed the most is just the opportunity to work with this community. They've asked really good questions, they've challenged us where they needed to challenge us, and they've asked for the data to back up what we're saying. So I want to say thank you personally and from the team that we've had so much engagement thus far, and we're hoping September 4th will be another opportunity for the community to come out and again provide some feedback and some insights. Let us know if we've hit the mark or if we're just slightly off, and if there's some more recommendations that we can bring to the table.
Make sure to mark your calendars for 7 p.m. Wednesday, September 4. The resulting recommendations from this study are sure to generate a lot of community buzz. Well, that'll do it for our August episode. A lot of great fun and events remain on the town's calendar through the remainder of the summer and into the fall. Thanks for tuning in to Vienna View, your monthly source for Vienna happenings. Look for previews of the month's events on the town's Facebook page. We'll see you next show.